I love plants. It's definitely a huge part of my personality, and I especially like them because I love filling up my room with a sense of life. Especially when every once in a while you get into that headset where it's like, geez, there's so much death around me. And even if it's not really true, when you're at night at like 12 at night and you're just sad, and so you start thinking about everything, it's just nice. The plants are nice. My first plant was actually given to me by a dear friend when it was on my birthday, and I kept it alive for like 2 years. No kidding. It's been like 3 or 4, and I just had it in its same little thing, and I put it on the windowsill, and I watered it every couple days or whatever, and it didn't die. And then my mom does this. My mom has this bunko group, and they play bunko, and it's all 12 of them. They have a lot of fun. It's like a party night. They all love it. And one time, this woman, I don't remember who, but someone brought these little succulents in 12 teacups. It was really cute. I still have the teacups. It was really cute. And not many people took theirs. I think 5 people or 6 people didn't take their succulents home with them. So I put them on my windowsill and I started watering them, and they started growing. And it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, these plants are still alive. And then spring happened in Walmart, and that's when they bring out all the plants, which is horrible for me because I can spend money sometimes. And I just kept buying plants, and they just kept living, and it's so lovely. Like, they're just so pretty. Well, I didn't really have a big place to put them. At first they were all kind of trapped on the windowsill, and then I had a bunch of tiny like little stands that I had that weren't meant for plants, but that's what I used them for. One I just bought straight up at Walmart. Another one I had for a while. It was like this wicker table looking thing, and it was small, like that you would put on as a nightstand. It was cute. It was nice. And another one I took from the guest bedroom. And like just straight, I used a stool for a while. I put my yearbook on top of the stool because it was the biggest flat surface I could work with. And then I put a plant on top of that. It really shows you how much I cared about my school yearbook, but it didn't matter. And I had all these plants. Well, then I had a table, and it was used to hold my leopard gecko. And I had him for about 2.5 years. I had him for a solid amount of time. I mean, probably not as long as I could have, but he wasn't doing really well, and he passed away. And it probably was for the better. It still hurt. I still shed a couple tears because it was sad. But he was probably happier. I'm sure he was in a little bit of pain. He wasn't feeling too well. So I took that table, and I moved everything around, and so I had all of my plants everywhere on this table. Well, here's the thing. So first of all, back to the original 5 or 6 succulents, they were outgrowing their teacups, and they just looked like succulents, but they didn't look very healthy. The color was going from a green to kind of a grayish pink, and I understand some succulents do that, but these didn't seem like that type. And so I bought a long pot, and I got soil, and I just repotted them all in this pot. And let me tell you, they shot up. It was insane, like a dog who hears the word treats. That type of shot up. Straight up, like, they don't look like succulents anymore. I don't know what type of plant they look like. Huge, 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 huge. And so they were like the centerpiece. I tried to keep them in the back. And I had a lot of plants. I had a lot of vine plants. So I had a creeping Jenny. I have 2 different types of pothos. I don't know the plural of that word. Pothi? No. Pothoses? No. Maybe it's just pothos. English language, it's hard sometimes. Anyways, I had a few other hanging plants, one or two that I don't know the name of, but I had them. And my mom got me this present. She got me this awesome plant stand just recently, just last week. And oh my gosh, I love it. It's amazing. I put it all together. It was pretty easy. It was the perfect simplistic design to fit my room. I love all things Eastern, especially Asian inspired Eastern. I love it all the way through. I absolutely love it. I couldn't tell you why. It's just pretty. And that's what it looked like. All the pieces were bamboo, a nice stained wood, and it matched everything. And so I put all of my plants up how they should be. And I could finally see the vine growth on some of these plants, because I couldn't, because it was all clustered together, because didn't have a lot of space. Well, now I have a desk just kind of sitting in my room, in the middle of my room, with nowhere to go, because I don't know where to put it yet. And I don't really want to get rid of it because it's a really nice desk. I don't know what age that makes me sound, but it's horrible. But I don't want to get rid of it yet. But I don't have a place to put it, so it's literally just sitting in the middle of my room. But now all of my plants they get equal opportunity to the sun. It just looks more healthy, and I love it. I'll probably put up a picture. It's just amazing. I wanted to talk about it because I feel like everyone should get a plant. I will say pothos is a beautiful plant to start with. Not only is it an amazing green, vibrant vine plant, but you cannot kill it. No joke. It might be one of the only plants I will never be able to kill. Because there has been 3 times where I've had plants and they just didn't survive. Mostly because I went on some trips and so I couldn't water them regularly and they were more fragile to being watered, which is sad, but it happens. But not pothos. Pothos, you could feed it once a month. You shouldn't, but you could, and it would live. If it got a yellow leaf, you just take that leaf off, and it will be fine. Not kidding. It's like the least dramatic plant. And then I have some plants that are just so dramatic. You wouldn't think of it, but mint. I have mint, mostly because I love the smell. It is so dramatic. It's so funny because, I feel like when you hear about what plants to start with, you hear a lot. You should start with mint, and you should keep it in a separate pot because it will choke out all your other plants. But you should start with mint because that's what they say, because it's a good plant. It populates like bunnies. It's just a great plant. But it's so dramatic. Mine just every once in a while has leaves that disintegrate, and if you look too hard at it, you feel like it's just dying, but it's not. It's doing great. It's just funny. It's a very dramatic plant. And then I have a monstera, which I didn't pronounce right for the longest time, and I still don't. I just want to say monstra. Why can't we just say monstera? Why is it monstera? I have a Swiss monstera, and oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's doing great. I just got 2 new sprouts that came out. I have it just recently gave me its biggest leaf. It's thriving. It's doing great. I got a little stand for it so that it could be closer to the sun. And it's beautiful. I love it. I love plants. I just think they're amazing. They really liven up the space, which makes sense. And so yeah, I just wanted to rant about that. Hope you all are having an amazing morning. Goodbye!